Did liquidity mining start with COMP? No, but it was the most widely used protocol with the most meticulously planned liquidity mining strategy. This is debatable, but the beginnings of liquidity mining are most likely traceable to Fcoin, a Chinese exchange that developed a currency in 2018 that rewarded customers for executing trades. What occurred next will astound you. I'm kidding, but you will. People simply began running bots to perform useless trades with themselves in order to obtain the token. Similarly, EOS is a blockchain with essentially free transactions, but as nothing is truly free, the lack of friction was an invitation for spam. In late 2019, a malevolent hacker who disliked EOS produced a token called ADOS on the network. It rewarded users for a slew of worthless transactions and somehow became listed on an exchange. These campaigns demonstrated how quickly cryptocurrency consumers react to incentives. Aside from Fcoin, liquidity mining as we know it first appeared on Ethereum in July 2019 when Synthetics, a marketplace for synthetic tokens, offered a reward in its SNX token for users who helped boost liquidity to the Seth/ETH pool on Uniswap. By October, it had grown to be one of Uniswap's largest pools. When Compound Labs, the company behind the Compound system, decided to create COMP, the governance token, it spent months figuring out exactly what kind of behavior it desired and how to incentivize it. Even so, Compound Labs was taken aback by the response. It resulted in unforeseen outcomes such as crowding into a previously disliked market, loan and borrowing BAT, to extract as much COMP as possible. Last week, 115 distinct COMP wallet addresses, senators in Compound's ever-changing Senate, decided to tweak the distribution process in the goal of redistributing liquidity among markets. On Ethereum, yes. Nothing has outperformed Bitcoin in terms of returns over time, but there is one thing Bitcoin cannot do on its own: produce additional Bitcoin. A skilled trader can enter and exit the Bitcoin and dollar markets in a way that earns them more Bitcoin, but this is time-consuming and hazardous. It takes a special type of individual. DeFi, on the other hand, provides means to grow one's Bitcoin holdings, albeit in a roundabout way. For example, a user can use BitGo's WBTC mechanism to build a mimicked Bitcoin on Ethereum. They put in BTC and get back the same amount in freshly created WBTC. WBTC can be exchanged for BTC at any moment, hence it has the same value as BTC. The user can then take that WBTC and stake it on Compound to earn a few % in yield on their BTC each year. The persons who borrow WBTC are almost certainly doing so to short BTC, that is, they will sell it immediately, buy it back when the price goes down, close the loan and keep the difference. A long-term hodler is delighted to profit from their counterparty's short-term success. Enough. DeFi, with its mix of digital funds, automation of essential operations, and more complicated incentive structures that work across protocols, each with their own quickly developing tech and governance standards, creates new forms of security concerns, said Liz Steininger, a crypto security auditor. However, despite these hazards, the huge rewards are obviously appealing in order to recruit more users. We've encountered major flaws in DeFi products. MakerDAO had such a bad one in 2020 that it was dubbed Black Thursday. There was also the exploit against BCX, a provider of short-term loans. These things do break, and when they do, money is stolen from you. Right now, the bargain is too good to pass up, thus certain funds are pouring money into these protocols in order to liquidate as many new governance tokens as possible. However, the funds, organizations that aggregate the resources of often well-to-do crypto investors, are hedging as well. Nexus Mutual, a sort of DeFi insurance provider, told CoinDesk that it has exhausted its available coverage on these liquidity applications. Open, the untrustworthy derivatives creator, devised a technique to short COMP in case this game fails. And strange things have happened. There were once more DAI on Compound than had ever been coined in the world. Once unpacked, this makes logic, yet it still feels risky to everyone. However, releasing governance tokens may make things far less hazardous for businesses, at least in terms of the money policeman. Protocols that distribute their tokens to the public, implying a new secondary listing for SAFT tokens, provide plausible deniability from any security accusation, Zahavi stated. During the ecomania, many token issuers preferred the simple agreement for future tokens as a legal form. Whether a cryptocurrency is sufficiently decentralized has been a crucial aspect of eco-settlements with the Securities and Exchange Commission in the United States, SEC. COMP came as a bit of a surprise to the DeFi community, both technically and otherwise. It has sparked a fresh wave of thought. Other projects are working on similar things, said Hugh Karp, founder of Nexus Mutual. In fact, reliable sources tell CoinDesk that these models will be used to establish brand new enterprises. More mundane yield farming uses may appear in the near future. For example, profit-sharing arrangements that reward specific types of conduct. Consider if COMP holders decided, for example, that the protocol required more people to put money in and leave it there for a longer period of time. The community may devise a proposal that took a percentage of each token's income and paid it out only to tokens older than 6 months. It probably wouldn't be much, but an investor with the correct time horizon and risk profile might think about it before withdrawing. There are analogs in traditional finance. A 10-year Treasury bond typically yields more than a 1-month T-bill, despite the fact that both are backed by Uncle Sam's full confidence and credit. A 12-month certificate of deposit pays more interest than a checking account at the same bank, and so on. As this sector matures, its architects will devise ever more rigorous methods to optimize liquidity incentives in ever more nuanced ways. Token holders may approve more ways for investors to profit from DeFi niches. Whatever happens, crypto's yield farmers will continue to move quickly. Some new fields may sprout, and others may soon bear considerably less succulent fruit. But that's the good thing about farming in DeFi, switching fields is simple.